One of my favorite Christmas images is of the nativity scene with baby Jesus, Mary and Joseph, the shepherds, some have angels, the wise men from the east, and of course, this family was surrounded by adoring animals, cattle, donkeys, and sheep. And I noticed that there's one set up here. If you want to visit it after the service, it's a beautiful nativity scene in the north side of the church there. I was so blessed to be part of the pageant service earlier today, which portrayed this scene of a human baby who will show God's love to everyone on earth. This is according to the angel Gabriel, who spoke to Mary. The nativity scene reminds me of my youth spent working in horse stables and the noises of resting and sleeping animals, all making the stable warm with body heat. That beautiful hymn, Away in a Manger, talks about the cattle are lowing and the baby awakes. And when the cattle are lowing, they're making that rumbling noise like a moo sound. So you can imagine with all these animals surrounding baby Jesus, the kinds of rustling, rumbling, moaning, mooing sounds were happening that woke him up, woke the baby up, but according to the hymn, but he didn't stir. The animals are near Jesus and providing gentle praise, reminding us that Jesus was born to save humankind and all creation, including animals and plants. The humility of Jesus being placed in a manger, and this is mentioned 3 times in the gospel reading, that he was in a feeding trough or manger, because there was no cradle, and the adoration of visitors, kings, shepherds, and animals alike reminds us that a king is born to shine light in the world, according to the prophet Isaiah. So what does this beautiful story of the birth of baby Jesus mean today? What does God's love story mean for us here in Mount Pleasant area? For centuries, the birth of a servant king, a Messiah to save the world, not just people, but the whole world, was foretold by the prophets. God came in human form to live and die as one of us, experiencing the human condition. But he was special because he is God in human form, who brought sight to the blind, cured the sick, and radiated love and forgiveness to everyone he met. Jesus' birth represents a new beginning as we struggle in an imperfect world full of wars, injustice, poverty, climate change, and untold suffering. Jesus is our hope, for we are trying to build God's kingdom here on earth as we wait for Jesus' second coming, the Prince of Peace, when all will be well. Christ is both God and human. This duality is represented by having 2 candles on the altar, or a multiple of 2, to represent Christ's divinity, his divine nature, and his humanity, his human nature. The tiny baby in a manger is vulnerable. He is surrounded by love and radiates love, which is then passed on. We have to ask ourselves, how can we pass on Christ's light to others? In what ways can we be peacemakers in a world full of conflict? We have been preparing all Advent for the past 4 weeks with the themes hope, peace, joy, and love, to reflect on our lives and to take stock of where our lives are going. We have tried to do a moral inventory so that we have a new year full of hope, peace, joy, and love, and to be Christ's light in the world. Christ lives in each one of us, and we are Christ's eyes and ears, hands and feet as we build God's kingdom by doing good deeds, not just on Christmas, but every day. Christmas is such a joyous celebration. Let us share the gift of Christmas every day, and let us shine Christ's light wherever we go. Amen. Merry Christmas.